2, 1. Yo, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Yo, it's your boy Gusto Funk coming to you live from my car, aka my second office. I'm in here so much. I'm taking calls, I'm eating, I am doing everything in here, you know. Might have taken a piss in a Gatorade bottle during heavy traffic, maybe not, I don't know, but that could have happened. At this point, I have become one with the freeway because I am in the car so damn much. So why not talk to you from here? Coming to you here because I wanted to give you guys a recap of the 2024 World Series. But you're like, Gusto, why are we talking about it now? It happened a while ago. I just got some clips from the MLB that inspired me to want to make this. They had just sent me over some high-res footage from the parade. I was looking back at it and I was like, damn, what a moment. When you're in those moments, you kind of don't feel what's going on. You don't realize what's going on, and then you look back and it really hits you differently. It hits you in a way where you're just like, damn, I gotta tell somebody about this. So here I am. All right, so let's jump into it, man. I wanted to tell you guys about the World Series in general, the Dodgers, being able to DJ there for the VIP events, and then obviously the World Series parade in downtown LA, which was the most epic thing I've probably ever DJ'd in my life. Not probably, it is the most epic thing I've ever done in my life as a DJ. And then shout out to the Dodgers for giving me the opportunity to be in such a big moment for the Dodgers, and such a historic moment for the team and for Los Angeles. Yo, being an Angelino who played baseball at Sunrise, shout out to my Woodland Hills folks, at West Hills Baseball, El Camino Real, C-Sun. Yo, man, like, you couldn't ask for anything better in that moment. Being from here, being an Angelino, like, this was the moment for me to just bask in, and I was straight up living in the moment. Shout out to Woodland Hills, Sunrise Baseball. Shout out to West Hills Baseball. Really getting kids prepared for greatness over there, and just giving kids friends for a lifetime. I was just telling somebody this. I am still friends with a lot of my homies that I played against and with at Sunrise Little League and at West Hills Baseball. So shout out to those programs. Thank you so much for a great childhood. Fast forward to now, being able to DJ for the Dodgers is a dream come true. You know what I mean? I always dreamed about being on the diamond as a profession. I came a little short. Now I'm about 90 feet away at the DJ booth, you know, getting the best team in baseball ready to kick ass before the game and getting these fans ready to get ready. So I am so thankful for that, and I, wouldn't trade it for anything. So the way this came about was pretty surprising to me. Not too surprising because I've been DJing for the Dodgers for the last 2 seasons. I'm going on my 3rd season. So not so much of a surprise. It was only a surprise in the sense that I hadn't been booked in a month or so at one of the games. So I was just kind of like, all right, season's almost over. I'm going to get my next gig next year. Whoop-de-whoop, we're good. Let me watch these playoff games, and hopefully our guys win the World Series, right? So that was my feeling with it all, right? So I get this email in the middle of watching, I think it was like game 1 or 2. I was over at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA. Got my beer, watching the game. All of a sudden, I get an email from the booker from the Dodgers, right? Bling, 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 bling. That's my notification sound. Bling, bling. And he's like, yo, I need you to hold game 1, game 2, and the parade in case we go. And I was like, wait, hold up. I was in shock. But also I was like, in case we go, like, we're going. Like, we got this. So I look over to my girl in shock. She looks at me, and she's like, what's going on? And I slide my phone across the table very slow. It almost felt like the moment, like, y'all seen Ghost? Where I put the penny, you slide the penny on the wall and shit. Imagine that being my cell phone. I was like sliding the phone like it was a Ghost moment. We were all in shock, like, oh damn, like, you're about to DJ game 1, game 2, and the parade? Like, what? that's how the email came in, and that's how I knew I was DJing the World Series. Going through a tunnel. All right, so DJing the World Series parade in downtown LA. I mean, just those words coming out of my mouth is kind of crazy. I still kind of get these moments of like, damn, this is like Dodger history, and I got to be a part of it. So like, man, it's still crazy when I hear it. But yeah, so let me paint the picture a little bit. So I pull up in downtown LA about 5 a.m. and y'all who were there in production and doing all this stuff, remember, it was a ghost town. Low key, it almost felt like I was in that 28 Days Later movie where it's just like no one around. Cop cars were abandoned. There was nothing. And all of a sudden you start to see a few blue shirts, you know, Dodger personnel and some police and whatnot pop up in and out here or whatever. But damn, it was wild. It was cool. And I just never seen LA shut down like this, unless it was like COVID or something, right? Like where we all kind of saw that. But it was wild. It was exciting. Also, I was tired as fuck. You know, I'm a commute all-star, like I said, so I'm coming from Long Beach, and actually there was no traffic though, so that was cool. You know, Long Beach to LA, no traffic, is a 28-minute drive. But when is there never not traffic? You know what I mean? Other than times like this. So I park, I get my gear ready, got my little wagon thing, and I put all my gear in my wagon and I start wheeling it over. And I start to see some people. First person I connected with is DJ Severe. Shout out Severe. He was getting ready to go on the float with the players. That was dope. That was lit. And then our producers that were getting the event ready, our hosts, and I start to just plug in and get ready for a sound check. I don't think I've ever done a sound check that early in my life, but it happened. It was cool, and especially in downtown LA, having like a 7 a.m. sound check was amazing. So after we do a sound check, I start to just get some food, get ready to play, and I think around 8:30 or so, or 9, I start to play and get my set going. At that point, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I look up. There's maybe a few hundred people in front of me, mixed like staff and some fans that had gotten there early because, as you know, everything was shut down. Streets were shut down. There was nowhere to park, so people were getting there early. I mean, I don't blame them, though. I was there early, too. So 8:30 or 9 o'clock hits. I start my set. And I'm just warming up because there's not that many people there. I'm just kind of getting into my groove. For me, I like to start low BPM into high. So I'm in like the 80, 85, 80 BPM range to warm up. So by the time people get to their peak kind of height, I'm like floating in the 100 to 110 BPM, a little faster bounce, a little more upbeat bounce vibes going on. So that's how I kind of warm up. So by 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that range, it went from hundreds to thousands. And when I want to say thousands, I would say, you know, let's call it 5,000 people in front of me. And again, I'm still warming up. I'm still doing my thing. And I wish I had like a camera to show the time lapse, but as I kept looking up, it just was like I just kept being swarmed. I was in the middle of Grand Park. We had those screens there. We had City Hall. This is the backdrop behind me. And every time I kept looking up, just more and more people came. And I remember the part that hit me that was really cool was I looked down, and I want to say it was probably around 10:30 to 10:45, 11-ish, in that range. And I looked down, I was doing some scratching, getting my towel wiped off on my head because I'm a big sweater. So I start wiping my sweat off. I look up, and I just see a sea of people all through Grand Park, all the way up to the street across. And honestly, I couldn't see the floor anymore. I just saw a sea of blue. I saw flags. I saw so many smiles. I saw so many hands in the air. My booth was set up in the middle of all these people. And I loved it because you just felt the energy throughout the whole experience, and it helped keep you going. I think when you have so much support from a crowd and so much excitement from a crowd, it helps you stay motivated to keep them on their feet. You know, I think any DJ will tell you that. Or any performer at all will tell you that. But it was an amazing experience, and to do that in front of that many people, I mean, again, goes down in the books for me. A moment that stood out for me was when everyone sung Happy Birthday to Fernando Venezuela. Coincidentally, his birthday fell on the day of the parade, and as you know, he had recently passed away. So everyone kind of knew, and there's kind of murmurs like, hey, you know, it's Nando's birthday, let's get on the mic and give a shout out. And that shout out turned into a full-on birthday song that the whole 100,000 plus people sang. And it was just one of those moments where you're like, damn, like, I feel like I'm a part of Dodger history. I'm so glad I'm not at the desk working right now. Shout out to all the people that missed school and work. Hope we didn't get in too much trouble. But yeah, it was one of those things where you're like, damn, like, this is, you know, I got the chills. You know what I mean? Yo, it was such a cool moment when all the players pulled up behind me on the street to show love to the fans, stopped in front of City Hall. We had some words from, you know, city officials, you know, showing love to the Dodgers for such a big historic win. And honestly, man, like, it looked like all the players just looked like kids. It looked like they were having so much fun. They were just, you know, throwing beers. I saw Bueller. Bueller had some big chants as he pulled up. Freddie obviously had some big chants from the fans pulling up. We're going to miss Bueller, though. Shout out to Bueller. You know, I saw your spring training debut, man. You're looking strong out there. Take it easy on us, man, but do your thing. DJing in front of that many people as a native Angelino is such a natural high that you get that it's hard to come down from the next day. You know, I had my daughter's softball game the next day, and I'm in the dugout helping her get her stuff on, still playing back these moments of what happened, you know, 15 hours prior. Still trying to come down off this, you know, performance high, and, you know, just high for the Dodgers. You know what I mean? It was just such a great moment that it was hard to come back from, and that's why I'm still talking about it today.